Hey, you beautiful souls. So the internet has done it. It has managed to shock even me. And I didn't think that was possible anymore. So there is now 2 O methods of manifestation. And they're managing to get both of them wrong. So today we're going to talk about what the 2 methods, O methods of manifestation are, what everybody is getting wrong about them, how to correctly do them, and why you need a method of manifestation at all. So to anybody who's never been here before, hi, I'm Elizabeth Blackwell, and I've spent well over a decade educating myself so that I could help others set sacred space and find their highest and greatest self. So stick with me for this very interesting elaboration of what the 2 O methods are. So I have to share with you guys how I even discovered that there's now 2 methods. So I watch trends to see what people are researching in order to know what to teach about. And I happened to be on Google Trends and I saw breakout as far as the O method. And I instantly thought, well, the O method of manifestation has been around for years. Why is it now just breaking out? So I believe I went to ChatGPT and I typed in, why is the O method now trending? And I got a very different answer than I was expecting. So specifically on TikTok, the O method is now trending. So let's talk about what the original O is, and then we'll get into what the second one is that people are completely messing up. The first method, the original O. And so everybody knows I am working very hard not to make jokes throughout this entire video. We'll keep it clean. The original method is a 6-step method of manifestation to which all of the steps begin with O. So it's objective clarity, own your intentions, optimize your vibration, observe and adjust, open to receive, overcome obstacles. That is the original O method of manifestation. So I can do a deep dive into that method if you guys would like. But it is just another method of learning to manifest. It all comes down to, I will bring it back to my simplified way of explaining it. We create with our thoughts, we align from our heart, we take action from our gut. It is a way of learning this process. And that was the way that I explained it in my first big How to Manifest video, that everything that you need to know in order to manifest. And my biggest kind of repeat negative comments that I've ever got from that is, this is just a new way of explaining the same old thing. Well, yes, guys, if I was teaching you how to ride a bike or to drive a car or any repeatable action, that it's going to come down to similar steps. We are working with the laws of the universe. We're not making up new ones, but it's figuring out how it best resonates with people, their lifestyle, their energy. So all of these different methods of manifestation are just different ways of aligning your energy and getting things clear, and then figuring out how to take the steps towards those opportunities. If you've stuck with me so far, consider subscribing, because I put out content all the time on how to be the conscious creator of that bright, beautiful life that you desire. And if you're getting some good out of this video, or at least some entertainment purpose, consider hitting that like button as well. So the second O method, I had to dive into TikTok in order to find out what people were saying about it. And I am not a TikToker. I actually don't really like any social media where you get stuck in the scroll. But in the best examples of what I saw was people talking about how you think about what it is that you are trying to manifest, and then you take yourself to an aroused place. And just before the moment of climax, that you draw that energy up your body and release it at that pinnacle moment. And they have some of the outlines to this correct, but they've also got a lot wrong with this. So what they were reaching for is based in ancient tantric practices. And I have studied Tantra for many, many years, but I actually don't even call it Tantra anymore. I call it sacred sexuality. One, because it has the teachings of many ancient cultures, but also when you say the word Tantra, people tend to go to one area, and that is just actually a small part of these very deep ancient teachings. It's really hard not to make jokes here. But this is based in tantric practices. So what this really comes down to is the utilization of sexual energy. Sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies that we can work with. It is the only energy that is powerful enough to spark life. So if you can bring about new life with this energy, you can really bring about anything else that you desire in your life as well. So this second O method actually started to ramp up a few years ago when people started to learn about and then inevitably teach more modernized pleasure practices. But all of this, manifestation, the universe around us, even understanding our own consciousness, comes down to figuring out or understanding of energy principles, understanding how we put things out into the world and then receive things back. None of this is new. It is just people are now putting names to things so that you can hashtag it or trend it or whatever. But these all come down to very ancient energetic principles. But here's the big problem with all of it. A lot of people start to research things like manifestation because they've found themselves in a fairly desperate or obsessive place, either about a person or a thing or whatever it is that they're trying to bring about. And if you are taking that sort of energy into your practice, it doesn't matter what method you are using, you are never going to be able to manifest something from a place of obsession or desperation, because at its root, that is within not having it, lack or resistance, that you will never be able to take that sort of energy to a manifestation place. So if you are here and you're in that more desperate or obsessive state of mind, you may not want to hear this, but bringing about anything into that bright, beautiful life that you desire is really going to start with your healing journey and then deeply understanding who you are at your core being. So in my next video, I am going to start teaching some ways that you can begin your healing journey and some methods that I'm going to start with EFT or emotional freedom technique and tapping. So with that, I am sending you all so much light and love, and I hope you all stay well, my friends.